Hello Luxury Home Show, I'm Katie, welcome to my home in Shropshire. Come and take a look inside. Welcome to our home in Shropshire. I live here with my husband Stuart and our two young girls Annie and Pippa. We bought the house in 2017 and began renovation work straight away. The house had no central heating system, so we had to get started instantly. We love traditional homes, old period homes, but the house was seriously lacking any traditional features. So we made it our aim to add lots of these features to bring it back to life. Over the past 4 years, we've made lots of changes to the home, so come inside and I will show you what we've done. Welcome to the kitchen. This forms part of the new extension. The former kitchen used to be back here where the utility is now. I will show you that after. When we created the kitchen, we wanted an open plan living space with lots of natural light, which I think we've achieved. A neutral colour palette. There are a few things that I would change, but let me show you around first and then we'll go into them. We chose a shaker style kitchen as I absolutely love a traditional kitchen in a house. I love incorporating wooden features, so we had the wooden open shelving, the wooden butcher's block to also go with the kitchen bar stools. Whilst I love marble, I wanted easy maintenance, so I decided to go with a quartz worktop and followed this through to above our range master. We also added the pot filler, and back over to the island we added a double Belfast sink and the brass hardware to match with all of the handles on the cupboards. Another passion of mine is antiques or anything vintage, hence the vintage pendant lights over the island. You'll also see lots of pots through the house, antique pots. I display them everywhere that I can, all on the open shelving, and I've got another rather large one over there. So I'm sorry if you get bored of them, but you'll see loads. We added a limestone floor to the kitchen, and although it's a porous type of floor, I think that it absolutely suits the style of the kitchen. We also have two dishwashers. We have one here and we have a spare one in the utility room, which comes in so handy when you are hosting or at Christmas or just when you decide to have big dinner parties. As I mentioned, we wanted to achieve a really light kitchen, which I think we've definitely done with all the skylights and the sash windows and French doors. In hindsight, we probably didn't need to add all of the spotlights that we have. And if I was to do this again, I don't think I'd add any, as we've got the pendants and the under counter lighting, which is all that we use during an evening. Although we wanted to achieve an open plan living space, it was important to us that we'd got zones. So we've got the dining space, which is directly below the roof lights, so it's always so bright down here, and also the seating area so people can just casually chill out. It was really important to us that we kept those traditional features running through the home, so we added the sash windows and the French doors, which I absolutely love. I actually sparked a bit of a debate over on Instagram as our builders, along with lots of family members, were quite concerned that we weren't adding bifolds or sliders to this area. But I'm actually glad that I chose the French doors and sash windows because I think it really suits this space. Another thing that I absolutely love about our kitchen is the breakfast cupboard. It stores all of our dried goods, and I love that the children can just make their breakfast in the morning and I can just close the doors once they are finished. I mentioned that I lived here with Stuart and my two daughters, but I forgot to mention Walter and Lily, who you'll probably see as we walk through. This is the boot room area. I love that it's open plan, and again, as we walk through, you'll notice that the house has got lots of panelling, which was really important to us. But I love that you can just fling coats and shoes here, and let's make our way through to the utility. Although the utility room is quite small, we managed to incorporate the washer, tumble dryer, second dishwasher, and a large larder cupboard, and then leading through to the toilet, which is an absolute dream because when we moved into the house, there was no downstairs toilet. So yeah, I absolutely love this little space. This is the formal lounge, which is mine and Stuart's hangout spot of an evening when the children have gone to bed. We really wanted to inject some character into this room, so we added the parquet flooring, which runs through from the hallway, the cornice, the marble fire surround and log burner, and the quartz table, which I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got a plug-in. It's great when my phone's dying and I can just plug it in there without moving. We've also got the floor to ceiling glazing, which looks out to the garden, and we can also access the garden from here. And it's great just to look out, especially during the summer when everything's blooming. The lounge is actually quite a long, narrow space. So again, zoning areas, it was really important that we zone the lounge. So we added this occasional armchair so we could look out to the garden when we're reading. And carrying on with the traditional features, we added these cast iron radiators. The house is old, so it doesn't retain heat very well, so it's amazing to have these. It heats up the room and retains the heat for a long period of time. We will pop out to the garden a little bit later, but let's carry on with the tour. This is the children's playroom. I love that they've got their own room where we can hide all of their toys. We had these alcove units built, especially for that reason. We sourced this fireplace, and although it doesn't work, it's really nice just to have this feature in the room. We also stripped back the original floorboards and stained them in this lovely light colour, which I think really works with the room. And although you haven't seen much colour on the walls throughout the house yet, you will notice that I really love the colour green. So let's go and find some more. Now we're upstairs. The first room that we'll head into is my office. This is where I work from during the week, and you'll notice that the panelling is the same sort of panelling as the Bootroom downstairs. Now let's head into my youngest daughter's bedroom. My daughter Pippa is 6, and we wanted to design a room which would grow with her as she got older. The gorgeous wallpaper from Sanderson is a very mature design, so it will suit her when she's 9. We also picked up some furniture and painted it in a really fun colour to match the wallpaper, which I think really works in this room. We love using Facebook Marketplace and sites like eBay, and we've actually picked up the majority of our fireplaces from these sort of sites for an absolute bargain price. And although again this one doesn't work, it just really sets off the room. Again, I've incorporated the batten panelling in here, added the wall lights as a feature on that wall, and we have added some bespoke cabinetry, which is amazing for storage. And I'd love to say that this is all Pippa's clothes, but Mum and Dad may have taken up one or two sides. This is our eldest daughter's bedroom, Annie, who is 7. Again, we chose a really playful wallpaper, which will stand the test of time as she grows older. We decided to include the half-height panelling here with the wallpaper going above, which is a really nice feature and flows through with the rest of the home. I've incorporated the lovely wooden features again, and I wanted a really cool, funky chair, hence the mustard choice in here. Leading on to the girls' bathroom, this used to be the main bathroom, but we added the extension onto the back of the house, which meant that we lost a window which was previously here. Most people actually think that this wall is an existing brick wall, but we actually added these brick slips on. So I think we did a great job of mimicking an actual wall. And in the existing bathroom, there used to be a pink bath, pink sinks, pink tiles, so yeah, pink overload, but the girls really wanted us to keep something pink in the bathroom, so we added the pink metro tiles around the bath, which I think really actually suits this area, and will grow with them as they get older. Down this corridor we've got the master suite and the guest room, so yeah, coming into the guest room. It's actually really weird, the corridor that we've just walked down wasn't actually here before. There was an airing cupboard. This was the master bedroom, and in order to get through to this master bedroom, you had to come through a door that was here. So you'd walk through the office into here, and yeah, just the configuration did not work at all. So it was really important that we fixed that. So this bedroom, we actually colour drenched the whole wall. So if you don't know what colour drenched is, it's where you literally paint the same colour over the whole room. So skirting boards, wall, cornice, ceiling. And again, we added the panelling in here and we fed it around both walls. And then we added this secret door into a very small ensuite for our guests. We are now in the master suite, and as you walk through our dressing area. With it being a 1930s house, I wanted to incorporate some arches somewhere, and this was the perfect place. I didn't want doors in here, which some people might find strange, but I love it. So we've got 2 archways, one leading from the master suite to the bedroom, and then from the bedroom to the bathroom. We really wanted this space to all flow, and I think we've achieved that with the archways. And we've also added the same type of panelling and the same panelling colour to both the bedroom and the master bathroom. And yeah, I also said to you about how much I love green and I've added lots of green to the bedroom. Some people may be surprised by the size of the bedroom. Whilst we could have made it a little bit larger, I really wanted a bigger bathroom, so we could actually include a double shower and have a decent sized double shower. So yeah, let's go and have a look at that and make your mind up. Looking through from the bedroom, you can see the copper bath, and now you can probably see why I didn't want to close off this archway, because I love waking up in the morning and looking at the copper bath. When we began renovating, we made a list of things that we really wanted, and which meant that we splurged on certain things and saved on other things, and this is one of the items that we splurged on, and we have no regrets. I'm so glad that we added it to the bathroom because it's just so nice to look at. As I mentioned, we wanted to incorporate a double shower into the bathroom. We added the marble tiles all around to give that traditional feel, and we decided to use chrome finishes in here, which I think really suits the space, as the inside of the bath is chrome, so it all flows through really, really nicely. Over on this side, we've got the high-rise cistern. We've actually added these to every bathroom in the house, so it flows through really, really nicely. And I love the chrome finish here. And again, the Burlington sink. We didn't actually have enough room for a double sink, but we've got a very large sink in here. So there are no arguments when we are brushing our teeth. The inspiration for the bathroom was from a beautiful boutique hotel in London that we visited many, many years ago. And yeah, I just kept saving their pictures every time they posted this particular bathroom. So when we renovated the bathroom, I knew exactly what I wanted down to a T. And yeah, I'd say we made a pretty good job of mimicking what they did. Now, leading into the garden, as I mentioned, I love these French doors because we can actually open them up and it leads onto the patio. We've got a lovely space which leads from the formal living area, so we can eat of an evening down here. One benefit of buying an old house is it has come with a really mature garden. Some of the trees here are almost 100 years old. Tom, if you come over to the patio, you can actually see how we've built the patio around the trees. We've actually got guests coming over later, so this is a great space for entertaining. We tend to start here dining, and then by the end of the night we'll move over to this more chilled area, which is sheltered with a pergola. This is the outdoor kitchen where we barbecue a lot and also make pizzas regularly. And then this is the garden studios, which was actually built for Stu. So yeah, let's see if Stu's in there. Into Stu's office, where he pretends to work. Are you actually working?
I'll try to, now that I've got it back after you overtook it with all them pots.
Oh yeah, so I stole your office upstairs and now you've got your own office space. Which do you prefer?
Well, a bit of peace and quiet from you. So. That's all for the tour. Thanks for coming along Luxury Home Show.
If you want to see more of the home, see the caption below, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Hi Luxury Home Show, I'm Rebecca Constable, an interior designer, and this is my family home in London. Come on in. So we're in Finsbury Park in North London, and I love this part of London. It's got great parks, great shops,